Hey, how is everybody? I just realized, Daniel, I think you're in here. Daniel says thanks so much for the coffee. I'm about to try it out tomorrow. I appreciate the hand note and customer service. Yes, I received this package more than a week ago before you asked. Yeah, cool, man. I'm gonna play guitar for a minute. So I'm going really stripped down as far as just how I put this video together because I'm tired and I did that video with JP yesterday, and so because of that, let me make sure I muted. So because I did the video with JP yesterday, I'm worn out. And then I had a bunch of car stuff, and just this has been, I've been going hard, like as hard as I can go since February. I haven't really taken any time off, so I'm just gonna, yeah. What is this clickbait? Yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear this? I think you can hear this. It looks like you can hear this. It looks like so, Tom, Mike, Justin, the computer's over there today. Also, I'm going to look over there. I'll look to you every now and then. But it's weird. When I'm looking to you, I actually see myself in the monitor over there. So, you cannot hear me. I hate everything. Okay. Is that better? Can you hear me now? What is happening? Ha! The output is muted. Could you hear the guitar either? Freaking. Okay, you can hear me. That's better. Not good, says Mike. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to turn my monitors off. So it's going out to you guys, but I can't hear it, which, okay, that's the way it should have been. Could you heard the guitar? Okay, okay. Stuff like this. So, okay, yeah. So basically, I've just been running full tilt for a while, and I feel like I'm coming up on the edge of burnout. Not burnout of guitar or videos, but just when you are self-employed, as I think a lot of y'all are. JP's here. Hey, buddy. When you're self-employed, and it's something you're passionate about, extra time seems to leak in all the time. So I've been out here in the studio like every day this week, every evening this week. I've come out here for a little bit, or I've come and grabbed my computer and I'll work on a video. And so I'm just I'm only going to be in here for a couple minutes, a couple questions, couple things, and just kind of a basic update of where I am. Had a super fun time yesterday with JP. JP and I did a live show for an hour and a half called Guitar Huntry in Another Country. Really cool conversation with JP there. And I really enjoyed hanging out with him. Holy cow. Sean, $20 super chat. Got the Collings 290 you recommended over the Les Paul. Jeremy, it is wondrous. Thank you. Holy moly. That is awesome. That is so cool. Man, the 290, what a monster of a guitar. Yeah. If you're looking at like a modern Gibson or a modern Collings, get a Collings if you can. They're better. They sound better. They play better. They're just magical. That's super exciting. And thanks so much for your kindness and your generosity there. I loved having JP on yesterday. We talked about a lot of buying guitars, selling guitars. He kind of blew my mind with some of his answers, and he's in here. So, JP, when I asked him if you had 24 hours to find a guitar, what would you find? And he said Taylor, which is not what I would have expected, but I totally get it. His justification and his reasoning is they sound good, they're really consistent, and their pickup sound consistent in any sound system. So you could show up with that and it would work really well, and the sound person would know exactly what to do with it. So that's really cool. Yeah, Tom, I think you'll like it. It's a really cool conversation. And it went out. I used a different software than I normally use. It went out a bunch of different places. Anyway, that used up a ton of my bandwidth, just mentally, and my energy. So I have been working this week in the studio. I put up some shelves over here, some shelves over there, and I'm finally getting the workspaces done, and things are getting to where they have a home. And I don't, because I get tired of moving a thing and then I use it later and I move it again. And so anyway, I feel like I'm finally getting settled as far as like where things go and everything has a home. Guitar Find says that the Yamaha custom guitar surprised him. Yeah, I never find them in the wild. That's what, so JP said, his favorite guitars are guitars that he couldn't live without. One of them was a Yamaha, and it's this amazing, it was an L5, an F5. And, so for me, that's a guitar that I just never see when I'm out buying and selling guitars and just looking around. I am going to buy a guitar today, and tell me, is this crazy? I can still get out of this deal. But actually it involves, let me grab one guitar over here. So this is my Miami Blue American Pro 2 Strat. A lot of y'all have seen this. This is a super cool guitar. I got this for being part of the Fender launch last year when they launched this guitar. Now, when I got this guitar, they asked me what I wanted, and I said I would love the Miami Blue and a maple neck. And then a rosewood neck showed up, and I don't know how the details. It was probably just a small issue or a small miscommunication. It was probably my fault. However, it worked out. I got this guitar and it didn't come with a maple neck. Someone has offered to trade me my 52 Tele reissue, which is, but it's in its case over here. So I have a 52 Tele reissue with Migas Touch pickups. Very cool guitar, very cool pickups. And he wants to trade me. So he will give me an American Pro in the same color, American Pro 2, Miami Blue with a maple neck, and he will give me that guitar and $250, and I will give him my 52 Tele reissue. Now, what I should say, in the 52 Tele reissue, it's a little tricky because basically I've worked backwards. It's been involved in a couple trades. I had a Nash Tele that I traded to a friend for some cash and this guitar. Basically, I'm in this guitar now, $900. And if he gives me another $250, that brings the total that I'm down in that guitar into what, $900. So $650. Sheesh, my brain is not working today for math. So it brings me down into $650 for one of these in the color that I want. And then it begs the question of, do I get rid of the guitar that I was given? Like, am I buying into, the philosophy of essentialism, that there's some essence that because this is the one that that this is the one that I was given in exchange for those videos, and it was it was the first big thing I was involved with as a YouTuber. Or do I trade it for the one that is the features and it's still close and the same? And, the only upgrade that the guy has done is he put the Fender locking tuners on it, which I don't care about. If your guitar's not staying in tune, tuners will not fix your problem. But yeah, so what would you guys do? Should I just keep the Tele, the 52 reissue and sell it? I've been trying to sell it for a while, hasn't sold. So what would you do? So JP says, love you, bro. Hang in there. Got to go to my gig tonight. Sounds weird to even say that. Hey, you're doing it, buddy. You're getting back out there. Music is back. James says, Jeremy, it's really cool seeing how your channel is evolving. I really enjoy the content. Keep it up. Thanks, man. Yeah, that's awesome. I am not tired. I'm not tired of doing any of the things that I'm doing. I'm tired by the pace at which I've been doing things. So that's where, yeah, I'll call it here in a couple minutes. But okay, so swap the necks out. That's one thing. I could. That's probably the better way to do it. Is just swap the neck and keep the body of this one, and no one would ever know, except the fact that I have a YouTube channel, and someone might watch this and know. But yeah, that's true, because I freaking love this guitar. I love the neck. I have no issues with the rosewood. It's just the aesthetic I would like if it was maple. So okay, so if I really want to move the Tele, I would go for it. Yeah, so if you look at the price guide on Reverb for American Pro 2s, it's just constantly going down. Now, that's all American Pro 2s. The Miami Blue and the Maple are more desirable. So, yeah. I think I'm going to do it. F it, why don't we do it live? If you aren't making 30 or 40% or more on every deal, then you are buying it for personal use. Sounds like you are getting the maple neck for personal use. Yeah, so basically this is a guitar that I want to keep. I want to keep the American Pro 2. I would prefer to have a maple neck. So I might get it, and realistically I can get it, and then it's coming from buying and sell money. So basically I'll have 650 in it. I think worst case scenario, they're going for about $1,000 right now. They're 1,500 new, so they're going for 1,000. And I think there's a small bit of juju that gets added, or zhuzh to the price that gets added because it's coming from me. And people, some people will pay more, or they're just excited to own guitars that I've owned. I understand how douchey that sounds. That ran through many filters of don't say. But that's one of the weirder things now, is I get people that will pay a lot more for a guitar. Not a lot, but anyway. Yeah. So, hey, Sonia. So, okay. So basically, but still saying 30 to 50%. 50 is hard. I don't do 50 that often. I'll get into the 40s, but I do 25 to 30 or 40. 25 to 40 is my normal range. So that would still put me in it to be at about 25%. So gross. I'll net less than that, but that's okay. I think I'll do it. If nothing else, it'll make it a cool video. Don't do it in your opinion. Okay. Yeah. Swap the necks out. Sounds like you want to keep it. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm really torn. So I want to talk about one more guitar. I'm also going to do a video next week on it's. I'm officially going to buy this. I don't know why I did all that voodoo working it in here, and I'll show you. So I'm officially buying the Paget Model 1. This is serial number 2, and I really, really like this guitar. So everything about this is cool. 13 fret body, beautiful mahogany back and sides. Oh, there it is. So yeah, this guitar. It just it's the perfect blend of a 12 fret and a 14 fret, because it's 13 frets, but it has this like big, warm, open mahogany guitar sound, like a 12 fret sound, but It gives me a little more space. I can get up and play that octave when I play in Dadged. Let's see how this RE20 would sound on this. Come on, little buddy. So, yeah, it really should come as no surprise that this is a guitar that I want to own. And yeah, it just ticks so many of the boxes for me of it is cool, it is unique, and there's not another one in the world like it. I mean, those are the same things I say every time when I find a piece of gear that I just want to keep. And okay, so I mean, the reality is the only way that I get to keep a guitar like this, because I mean, this is a business. This is the way that I take care of my family and my wife. You know, so I have a wife, we have a mortgage, we have 3 kids. So I don't get to, like, it's not like me, like a guy in his young 30s trying to be fiscally responsible. I don't get to just buy a $4,000 guitar. The only way that this happens is like eking little bits of money from deals that we're doing. And so anyway, so that's where, coming back to the conversation about the Miami Blue Strat with a maple neck, basically like one of those is going to be sold or some mix of them, which I think I'll probably sell the other body with my rosewood neck, and that'll move on to the great guitar hanger in the sky. And then the next one that will stay with me will be the maple neck. And that way I get to kind of keep the body that I've played and, grown accustomed to, and then keep the other neck. So anyway, Max finally made it. Yeah, this is one that I said, I'm tired, I'm not going to do a live show. And then I'm doing a live show. My plan was to just jump on for a couple minutes and just talk about, to kind of get some updates and just generally kind of where things are this week. So if you have topics that you want me to cover in live shows, because that's one of the things that is a little stressful, and I should keep track of which one this is. This is probably in the 40s now. I've been doing this every week for a long time. And since last spring or last summer. No, I guess it wasn't the summer. It was probably the fall that I started doing. But anyway, however long it's been, it's can be stressful to kind of coordinate and figure out what I want to talk about and what I think would be helpful to guitar hunters near and far. So if you have topics, let me know. You can fill them out on my website. That's super helpful. And yeah, speaking of guitar work, this is Evan. I put an Old Guild HB1 humbucker in the neck of my Highway 1 Telly, and it sounds incredible. That's a lot. That's cool. Man, yeah, that's very cool. So, okay. I think that's it. That's where we'll call it today. If you have questions, comments, slanderous remarks, please let me know in this last 30 seconds. Otherwise, the final updates of what's going on. I'm going to run over. I'm going to do that deal, get a little bit of cash, get another guitar, and I'll film some stuff along the way. And I hope you all have a great weekend and you get to rest and relax. And just, I don't know. We're going to go hiking this weekend for sure. That's our normal, like a normal weekend for us is we get out, we go to the farmer's market, we walk around, get some food, we go into the mountains, we do a hike we haven't done. And we just encourage our kids to we put our kids in situations in which they're filled with wonder and discovery. And we do the same thing. And so we'll probably do more of that. Anyway, Hector says best small body mahogany and go. The Guild M20, to me, that is the pinnacle of, for that price range. That is the pinnacle of mahogany, an all mahogany guitar. Now, also the 0015M from Martin is also really, really good. I think those two are pretty close. The 0015M is good. It's a little smaller. I wouldn't waste my money on the Street Master. I think it's a little cheesy. Other than that, if you're going the Santa Cruz, this is a whole nother universe, but the Santa Cruz, what do you call it? The Santa Cruz, are they still making that? The 1939? It's basically their take on a 0017. That is bonkers ridiculous, but that's like a whole nother universe. That's $4,000, $5,000. But I think the Guild M20 cannot be beat. And then behind that is the 0015M. Yeah. Okay. So Tom says, have a good weekend. Throw a pic of the guitar on Instagram. Will do. Make sure you follow me on Instagram if you can. So the new John Mayer album is the 80s vibe. Cool. The video shot in the dark. He thinks he's Richard Marx now. That's funny. I haven't listened to the record yet. I don't know. Like I've never been a huge John Mayer guy. I don't dislike him, but he's just not my thing. And with this, it just feels a little like grabby, but I'm sure I'll like it. I like that new song pretty well, but I'm not a huge John Mayer. Like some people just love everything he does. I take some of it, leave most of it. But yes, today is stressful. Stress. Wait till you retire. No stress. I feel like there's still some stress in retirement, especially when the economy does backflips like it's done this past year. All right. Please, Lava 2 acoustic review. Okay. See what I can do. In the meantime, I'm going to try to get back to the heart and soul of my channel, which is buying and selling guitars, which I'm riding out the unfortunate consequences of having put most of my buying and selling and making video money into a couple guitars that are just taking a little longer to sell than I thought they would. Particularly this D28 VS. If you're interested in that, let's make a deal. And because buying that also means that I will then have an influx of cash back into the guitar account to buy and sell cool guitars and find some cool stuff. I also haven't found much cool stuff recently. Things are going a little crazy, but I did get just a literal bag of pedals the other day. They're a bunch of bass pedals, but I'll put those on my Instagram as well. Those will all be for sale. They will not last long, I'm sure. But it's kind of unusual stuff to what I normally get. So anyway, that is all I have for this week. The studio feels really good. Oh, that's Mike. Mike, hey buddy. I haven't talked to you in a while. Yeah. So anyway, what would you say the biggest difference between a regular dread and a 12th fret? More bass, more sustain. That's the biggest difference. If you want a guitar that is even warmer, has more low end. So some guitars don't actually do better. Like I don't think Rosewood does a whole lot better with a 12th fret. I think it gets a little too woofy, but I think mahogany, that's really balanced. You add those 2 extra frets and you get a lot more warmth, a lot more sustain. So to me, that makes a lot more sense for a guitar than a Rosewood guitar. My dream guitar is still, if I could have a custom build, something similar to like Wayne, not Wayne. So Woody Guthrie, his D45 is Brazilian rosewood, slot headstock, 12 fret with his name inlaid on the fingerboard. If I could do my own custom guitar, I would do something very similar to that, but I would do mahogany on the back and sides. I would do sinker or something just really bananas cool. And then I would go full hog and I don't know what that sounds weird. I would go full whatever, full send and put my name on it. And that's what, so my friend Elliot, he owns a not tattoo shop. He owns a guitar shop here in town. He's an old, wonderful friend. And he told me recently, he's like, the problem is you need to buy more new guitars. So you're stuck in it. So you're at the price. And, because what happens to me is I usually get a deal on something. So, a music playing friend plays it and says, I have to own this. And they make me a deal. And I'm like, oh, I'd make $2,500 on that guitar. And then they end up, I tend to like money more than most guitars. But there are certainly some guitars that I just want to keep forever. So that's where we'll end on this Paget. I mean, this is a guitar that I think is profoundly important. And I think that in 10 years, I think the fact that I have a Paget, I have one of the first Pagets, will be a really, really big deal because Ben is so incredibly talented. So there is another one of these for sale. It's in my shop. He still has it out in his place in Monterey. But if you want to be a guitar brother, what? My brain is not working. If you want to be a guitar brother with me or sister, and I guess I would be your brother, you would be my sister. So if I'm looking for a guitar brother, what is happening? My brain. I'm sorry. If you want to own the brother Paget to this, my brain cannot make more words. Yeah, that's on the website. So anyway, thanks for watching. I really don't take it lightly that you guys spend your free time with me on a Friday afternoon. So thanks for watching, and become a patron, blah, 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 do all that stuff. I like all of you. I love some of you. So, all right. Bye, everybody.